Hey guys, I'm just making a small video guiding you how the webhooks functionality in Duro works. Webhooks is our way of telling the external systems that there is an event that has occurred in Duro and you should do something about it, or if you have any functionality on top of it, if you have any other implementation, you can do that based on the events that we have. So the way it works is that what you do is that you go to a certain account and you go to the account settings, and in the settings you go to the webhooks, and in the webhooks you can actually go ahead and define a new webhook. So the first part of the webhook is the URL or the route you want to receive the event on, and for this demo I'm using this temporary website. I'm just copy this code, and this will actually help me receiving the webhooks events, but obviously this is something that it will be on your side. So I write this and then I say, let's say the change order approval. I want to say, let's say I want to file an event when the change order gets approved. You can also file the event if the change order gets rejected or they're submitted. So for this demo, so I'm only going to use the approved event, and we also have the live mode and the sandbox mode. And for this demo, I'm going to be using the live mode. Otherwise, you can also test this functionality in the sandbox environment that we provide. So you click on save, you'll see like there's a webhook that gets created, and its current status is enabled. You can also click on that and see the details, whether it's live, which event this webhook is on, and then there's a secret that you can use to authenticate the request. You can also go ahead and edit and change anything if you wanted to. And right now, as you can see, like since there was no event, so the webhooks log is empty, but as there are more events, you'll see those events, and you'll see the data getting populated in the logs as well. So what I did was that I went to the change orders and I made a kind of a small change by clicking on this small triangle button on the top of it, and so I just said like there's a part change, and then I said small change or something like that as a description. So once I do that, I submit it for the approval, and so I went to the approval, and once I approve it, let's say it says approved and looks good. Click on the approve. So this should be an event. So if you go to the webhooks and if you go ahead and refresh the page, after some time you'll see this status message and the status will be delivered because the message actually got delivered. And then you can click on this or you can mouse over on this to see the details. But anyways, I mean, if you want to see the details of what you actually received, so this is the webhooks that was used, and if you noticed on this website that it's they do a pretty good job in terms of like what they received, and like this is the good formatting, like this is the right way of looking at the data. So if you notice, like this is the same kind of a signing secret that you put this webhook on. So it starts with the OK and ends with an NZ. So this is the same secret, and this will you use this to authenticate the requests that are coming. And then we also send this in the header, and then there are these raw content that you see in the body. Like for example, if there's something that has changed, you'll see these events. And on this side, so it says like the delivered. If for example there was a problem and the status wasn't able, we were not able to deliver the request, like the status would not be delivered, it would be something else. And then obviously it says the payload. That's the same information that you see over there in terms of like what was the raw data that we sent. And then obviously like the event log shows you like what was the event that this data was sent on. For example, in this case was the approval event, and there are some other events as well. So once you receive the data, obviously you can play with it. You can make different kinds of decisions based on in your API implementation or in your implementation, and yeah, I mean, in terms of like you can also go ahead and edit something. You can also change something. You can also apply it on different other events. You can also enable and disable it, and yeah, and then you can click on this, and then you can save it, and then the changes will be reflected. If you want to go back, you click on the webhook library, and you can go ahead and define the new webhooks in order to receive more events or in order to have different functionality. I hope this video will be helpful. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.